Okay, so question time from Wiley Jones. I keep doing the McGill Big 3, but it doesn't seem like it's enough. How do I diagnose the aggravator? So there's kind of two things in there. One is, when we talk about a rehab plan, there's basically two halves to the story. One is the most obvious half, which is which rehab exercises do I need to do to kind of build armor and skill that takes work away from the back. The other half is managing your aggravators, which drain that bank account in the background. Obviously, the lower the bank account gets, the worse your back's going to feel, the more fragile you're going to be. So a couple of things going on there. So in terms of aggravators, just look at the pattern. So when do you notice the pain? Is it like first thing in the morning? Is it during the day? Is it towards the end of the day? And look at the things or the positions you've been in immediately prior to you noticing the back getting a bit chewed up. So for example, if there's an issue potentially with your mattress or your bed, there's always going to be like a consistent pattern that you're going to feel horrible first thing in the morning, and you probably feel better as you kind of move and start doing stuff as the day goes on. If it's sort of day-to-day aggravators, so things you might be doing for your job, for example, there'll be more that you're going to feel bad towards the end of the day. So what we're going to do is always keep a note, like a diary, and just see where the patterns are for when you feel bad, and that will help you work backwards to work out what the aggravators are. The other thing, if the McGill Big 3 are correct for you, and if you're getting them 100% right, and the difference between 95 and 100% right is exponential in your results. The other thing we're going to look at is that the McGill Big 3 basically sets the three sort of movement planes for core stability, so front to back, side to side, and rotational. So that in itself isn't going to cover all your bases, because then we need to look at your movement as well, and also your glutes. So we need to add glute control, restoring the hips, as Professor McGill calls it. Then we also need to look at just general movement habits and trying to get movement going again. So for a lot of people, that can be initially just starting with walking and gradually building that volume up. But also at some point, once you have got a solid foundation with, say, the McGill Big 3 and the glutes are in place, you've got to learn how to put those things together into more useful movements like, squats and hip hinges and carries and things like that, which will then carry over to kind of day-to-day tasks and postures you're going to find yourself in. So again, McGill 3 is a good place for a lot of people to start, but not for everybody. In terms of aggravators, look at your pain pattern, see if there's a constant theme when you start to notice when your back feels grouchy. And then also on top of the things like McGill Big 3 and managing your aggravators, at some point you need to do bigger movements. For a lot of people, just starting by walking is a good start, but eventually you need to look at things like, squats, lunges, hip hinging movements, where you put all those individual components, say from the McGill Big 3 and the glutes, get them all to work together. So again, a sort of rehab plan is kind of progressive. It takes in all of these things as we go and kind of covers all those bases as we go. It's not just shotgun, here's the McGill Big 3, off you go, because it doesn't work like that. So again, a few things to consider, but have a look, think about the bigger picture and look at your pain patterns, and that helps you find where your aggravators are.